I run the New England Recruiting Report, which covers all of high school and prep school basketball in New England. And it's essentially a scouting service for the schools around the country subscribe to. Essentially what we do is evaluate all the talent in New England and kind of project their future levels of play, give scouting reports, things like that. Each Division I school has a head coach, and they're allowed to have 3 assistant coaches. Any of those 4 coaches is allowed to recruit.
I didn't know I was being recruited by a lot of schools until the season started. Like, all kind of letters came through, and then it's like, wow, I was surprised, I was shocked. A lot of people just started calling, talking. I felt like I was big time. I just sat down with my father, and we read down the options, and it came down to Louisiana Tech.
Johnnie Lacy from Milwaukee is at Notre Dame Prep in Massachusetts. Notre Dame Prep is a prep school powerhouse year in and year out. They won the national championship 2 years ago. Johnny's a very exciting point guard. He's going to be great in Coach Davis's system because he can push the ball down the court and really just exciting. I think the fans are going to love to watch him play because when you surround him with a bunch of shooters, it opens up the lane for him and allows him to make a lot of plays. He's really ideally suited for their style of play.
What type of player do you think the Friars are going to see next year when you put on that black and white uniform?
Well, they're going to see point guard that's aggressive, you know, like get people open before me, you know. I'll pass first, score later, so.
You know Davis' system, they love to shoot the 3. Is that something you're looking forward to next year?
Yeah, off the pick, shooting the 3s, yeah.
A kid who wants to play at a certain level, if they're a high-level player, a mid-major, high-major Division I talent, those schools are going to find them. There's an expression in the business saying, if you're good enough, they'll find you.
My last 3 was Memphis, Wake Forest, and Marquette. Marquette was perfect because I knew the coaching staff, and before the coaching staff got there, they were recruiting me at the schools they were at. So that made me comfortable, ready to improve my game and ready to play at the highest level.
By going to prep school, I'm on a national level schedule, and I'll be a step ahead of any other freshman that's going to college next year. I have teammates that's going D1, high major, just like me, so my practice every day is just as tough as any game.
The league in New England is called the NPSI, New England Preparatory Schools Athletic Council. It's far and away the best prep school league in the country. If you look at the rosters of local New England prep schools, they have kids who come from California and Texas and really the entire country, and quite honestly, they have a lot of international kids too. And so because they attract kids from all over, they become major stomping grounds for the college coaches to come and recruit every year. Matt Brown from Barrington, Rhode Island is currently a junior at Northfield, Mount Hermon, which is a prep school in Massachusetts. He's a 6'3" guard. He can play either guard position. When he went to Northfield, he was really more of a scorer, an athlete. He's also a great football player, and when you see him, you know why. He's got a big, strong body. The decision Matt's going to have to make, from what I understand, is whether he wants to play football or basketball because, you know, I'm not much of a football expert, but what they tell me, he's a Division I prospect in both.
You come to Northfield Mount Hermon out of Barrington High School. How much better do you think you've gotten as a player in the last couple of years?
I think my game just went to a new level, just, again, because of that constant competition. Every day in practice, you have to fight for your spot, so I think I got tremendously better. It's really helped me.
Now you have a very big decision coming up, football or basketball at the next level. What are you thinking at this point?
Right now I'm in basketball season, so I'm a basketball player right now. Football season, I'll tell you I'm a football player, but playing both is definitely a possibility. I'll talk to a few schools about it.
Vincent Council comes from New York, lives in New York, but he goes to prep school at the Patterson school, which is located in North Carolina. Kind of a dynamic guard. He can play both spots, point guard and off the ball. He's really been scoring the ball in good volume for Patterson. Really had a great season, and they've done a good job of getting him and being able to really identify his talent and secure a commitment from him before he really started to blow up.
What made you choose Providence College?
Coach Scary treated me like he's one of my own, and it's close to home for my family to come see me play. And they're young, and I'm young, so I would like to play with Providence.
All right, we saw you do a great job as a point guard creating for your teammates today. What other aspects of your game would you like to improve upon before you put on that Friar uniform?
Get stronger, better outside range, and just be a leader.
Alex and ERIK Murphy are both at St. Mark's School in Massachusetts. ERIK's a senior, Alex is a freshman. ERIK's already committed to the University of Florida. He committed during his junior year. Before he committed, he had everyone in the country recruiting him. He's 6'10", he can score with his back to the basket, he can step out and shoot the 3. I think he's gonna have a great career at Florida.
Next year you're heading to the University of Florida, big time basketball. What are you looking forward to the most?
Just going down there and playing for Coach Donovan and going down there and trying to do everything I can to help the team win.
You've got about 6 months before you get down there. What specific areas do you think you need to improve on?
I want to work on my strength and my quickness so I can be able to guard quicker players and stronger players in that league.
And Alex is a tremendous young talent. He's only a freshman, but lots of people from the Big East and the ACC already know his name, and I would suspect he'll follow in his brother's footsteps and play at the highest levels of college basketball.
Alex, this is your first year at this tournament. What's it like for you coming out here as a freshman playing against this great competition?
It's good. It's a good experience, you know, playing against older guys, stronger guys, and it's only going to get you better, so it's good.
There are varying levels of prep school basketball, just like there are high school basketball. The NPSI, which I mentioned earlier, has 4 different classes. And Class A actually doesn't have any schools in Rhode Island. Class B, St. Andrews, has been traditionally one of the top Class B programs year in and year out. Providence Country Day is in Class D, and they're one of the top programs in Class D. But clearly those are very different levels. A typical Class A program in the NPSI has anywhere from 8 to 12 Division I players on it, and lots of times anywhere from 1 to maybe 3, 4, 5 kids who are capable of playing in high major levels, Big East, ACC, SEC, Pac-10, places like that. So that level of basketball, it's really at a much higher level than your typical public school league, whether it's Rhode Island or quite frankly any other New England state.